June 2nd, 2023. I'm in this gorgeous garden of San Juan Art Museum. And the birds are singing. They kick us out at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, it's about 4:30. So I'm not here during the golden hour, but this isn't bad. What's unusual is that it's windy, which suggests something's happening. Look, you can see the wind on the water in the pond. So over there, directly ahead, are two parallel staircases going up to the ground floor. This is on a hill. The museum was a hospital built on a hill. And there's 3 floors of gorgeous art. There is a possibility that all this ground around the art museum belonged to the original hospital, as did ground over there. And the hospital grew its own food, because that's what hospitals did. The hospital that I lived in New Zealand and Gisborne grew everything. They even had their own sheep. Of course, New Zealand, that's what they eat, sheep. They had their own sheep farm, and chickens and everything else. And that actually was a pattern for hospitals. So it doesn't look very hospital-ish from the back, but from the front you can see the arches and the balconies where patients would be put out to take the air. These trees are named. Now this one over here is a mango tree, and in fact there's mangoes all over the place. There's one. And yeah, there's a whole lot of them. And the mangoes are dropping to the ground, and the birds are loving them. Of course they are. There are all sorts of different types of palm trees too. This looks like a ceiba tree, a little tiny one. Ceiba trees at the moment are all turning red. These beautiful flowers. And there is some a little further over. This is a pretty decent walk. And here is bamboo, lots of bamboo. There's the mango trees. There are mangoes. Yes, definitely. Look at those mangoes. Whoa. And there we are looking back from where we came. This beautiful pond, which circles around. So this leads to the bridge over the pond. This is so cool here. This is fabulous. It just goes on and on. Everything's cracking and breaking. I mean, the art inside the museum is spectacular, especially the stuff that's on loan from the museum in Ponce. The museum there, the building was damaged by an earthquake in early 2020. So all these gorgeous Dutch, Flemish paintings, Dutch and Flemish paintings, they're including a Rubens. It's just lovely to go and see that. And also, too, I really enjoy the contemporary Puerto Rican art. I did not know that the British attacked Puerto Rico in 1797, led by someone called Sir Ralph Abercrombie, of course. And Puerto Rico was victorious that time. Here's a gorgeous big tree. And this tree. It's like a tree decides that if it's going to be a tree, it's going to bring its friends with it. And here are these enormous palms, royal palms. Yeah, you can see the top. It's a royal palm. And here are the here's the pond, which doesn't seem to be moving at the moment. It was moving earlier on. It hasn't stopped. It's coming out of here. Yeah, gosh. They stopped it. Oh, that's odd. But this was flowing out of here earlier on. Oh, I think you can't really keep a pond still for too long. It'll get kind of disgusting. I walked around here in January and videoed it, but the flowers are very different than they were then. You know, there's some theory by people who don't know, like, for example, me, that tropical landscapes are all the same all the time, and of course it's not true. Tropics also have seasons, but they're very different seasons than we have in the temperate zones. See, there's a ceiba tree with all the beautiful red. It looks like how I remember flame trees. I believe flame trees are not the same, but they have red flowers too. Yeah. The sculptures all over the place here too, which is really nice. Now we've had some rain. I came here a few weeks ago to try and video, and everything was brown because we hadn't had any rain. But it's now June the 2nd. Which means the hurricane season officially started yesterday, the rainy season, and we've already had white cedar. We've already had several decent rainstorms. That's a white cedar, yep. I think it would be happier in New Jersey. This is just so beautifully landscaped. Now, when I was here before, I didn't realize the garden keeps going across this road. I don't know how I missed it, but sometimes right, ruffled palm trees. Yeah, you know what? I think if I was to name this tree, I would call it a ruffled palm tree too. Little clumps of grass. Look at this. This is a royal palm. All these royal palms are just spectacular. And I believe the main purpose of the royal palm is to soak up all the extra water. They don't spread out their roots. You see this? They don't push up the sidewalk, they don't push up the grass. I believe the root just goes straight down and it just soaks up all the rain. So they're a very useful tree. They don't give much shade. And here's the ceiba tree. Which is the tree, the national tree of Puerto Rico. Some more sculpture. This is just lovely here. Yeah. And it's cool too. I just like to come here and sit. It's just such a peaceful place. Although you can hear the traffic. See, look at this guy. This is great. Little tiny chairs. Well, having been now in Puerto Rico on and off for 6 months, I have a greater understanding, first of all, of the language. I can actually understand things which I couldn't before, but also the need for rain shelters, and that's what this is. This is a rain shelter. So all the parks have these little rain shelters where you can hide when it's rain, when rain just suddenly starts. Look at that. What a gorgeous, gorgeous picture. Oh my. I hope you can hear the birds over the traffic. So here's one of these great rain shelters. So no drop of rain would dare to get through that. Oh, look, someone's collected some mangoes. That's great. And this is nice too. This is jasmine, but it doesn't smell. It doesn't have any sort of scent. Okay, there's someone over there. I don't want to take his picture. That building beyond the gate looks like that might have been part of the original hospital. Okay, Boca is gone. This is really nice. This is like a mine ruin, except of course it's not mines here. People who are here were Tainos. And their descendants are, of course, still here. I like that. This is great. Steps right up to a ceiba tree. And I'm still walking around. So much jasmine. Jasmine is really pretty. And there's the museum on the outside. This part clearly wasn't part of the hospital, but if you can see the red roof through there, that was the original hospital there. Okay. So, not terribly keen on getting all that traffic noise. So, this is Susanna Dodgson, June 2nd, 2023, at the Museo de Artes in Santurce, Puerto Rico. It's about a mile from where I live when I'm here in Puerto Rico. There you can see the hospital there. Definitely. Look at that. hospital that I lived in New Zealand was torn down too. And it was tended to, the land was used for luxury. So at least they've repurposed this gorgeous place. So this just ended off with gorgeous rainbow trees.